Hi everyone, hope you are having a awesome Friday. I'm recording this on Thursday night, and I know usually I don't record in the evenings much, but I wanted to go ahead and get this squared away because I don't know what my Friday's going to be like at work, so I may work through lunch, so we're going to do this tonight. Anyway, on top of our regular Flip Through Friday fare, I have some Happy Mail that I received this week that is amazing, and it was totally unexpected, and with everything that's been going on lately, I mean, Happy Mail is always appreciated, but it really came as a surprise this week, just with the way things have been going lately. So we're going to look at that first, and then we'll tackle the rest of this. This is all a combination of, like I said, Happy Mail, subscription, some book outlet items, and then a book from Ollie's. So over the next few weeks, I have run through most of my Halloween books. There might be one or two that I still order, but after these, there probably won't be just like one or two more Halloween books this month. So the rest of them are going to be non-autumn, non-season, or I shouldn't say non-seasonal, but not autumn specific or Halloween specific as far as I know. There shouldn't be very many. So for some of you that are just already sick to death of all that, this will come as a joyful surprise for you. So let's go ahead and get started. First off is my Happy Mail. It was an Amazon package that came in, and I figured it was a coloring book that I had ordered on pre-order. I don't know if any of you have ever, yeah, I know I got all my scribblies here, so sorry about that. I am feeling lazy today, so you are not getting the nice, pretty, typical surface, clean surface that I try to do. So we're just going to be messy today. Anyway, I don't know if you've ever gotten the gift bag option on Amazon, but they are the coolest little bags. Isn't that pretty? My husband had opened the package it came in, and then he hollered for me, and I figured he had some bad news, like Amazon had screwed up an order, and then he handed me this bag, which came with a gift card. Now, I'm not going to say who this is from because I don't know how that person feels about it, but I did recognize the name, and thank you so very much. They sent me this, which again is perfect for this time of year. It is let me move the light. There we go. It is Lacy Sunshine's Hocus Pocus coloring book. This is one of Heather Valentin's books. Over 30 images to color, and this is Amazon paper. Pretty much an average sized book for those of you that are curious. I have nothing close by to grab. Let me grab this. It's a little smaller than a Jade Summer coloring book, so just keep that in mind, that these books do tend to run just a little bit shorter, but it doesn't bother me, but some people want to know scale for that kind of thing. So anyway, Amazon printed book, but I figured I would flip through this today. Perfect timing again. Here is the title page. Now, let's see. Actually, here. Y'all probably aren't bothered by this, but this is bothering me, so we're going to do that. I will save it for my future scribblings. There we go. Now, is it better this way? Sorry for the brightness. Or is it better this way? We'll stick with this. It's definitely more light to it. So, this is the Lacy Sunshine's Hocus Pocus coloring book. Looking for my mouse. We'll zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Illustrated by artist Heather Valentin. And let's get started. This is the nameplate. Name page, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I love this picture. It is so cute. They're all cute. This is actually from the front cover. I have a few of her books. This, the line art in it reminds me a little more, it's a little more detailed than some of her books, which is awesome to me. It is single-sided paper, as you can see. This is more probably cute Halloween-y rather than creepy Halloween. It's probably a medium line medium line type of art. It's not super dark lines. Oh, that one's pretty. Whoop. Look at her little feet and those big toes. That's super cute. Oh. Looks like she changes up a little bit in here too. Like this looks a lot darker. Very cool. Of course, gotta have your witch. I'm assuming that was a witch with a kitty. Aww. She's so adorable with those big eyes. If you're not a fan of like art with the bigger eyes and you're like more natural looking, I guess, type of people, this may not be your jam. I think they're cute though. Get a couple little different type of images here like this one. Oh, I like that close-up. A lot of good images in this one. I've got to try to fit in a page from this book this month. It's a problem. There are so many good Halloween and like autumn and seasonal type books out there right now. If I had the time, I would love to do... Oh, gosh. This is it. I love this picture. I love it. It reminds me of like Annie or Scamper with the little cape. Man, if I had the time and the ability, I could color easily a picture a day for the whole month and not even make a dent, even if it was just Halloween based books. Anyway, all these pictures are super cute. You get a sneak peek of her, which I'm sure is already released, the Sunshine Hobos coloring book. You get a sneak peek at that. And also Enchanted Frozen Kingdom. Oh, wow. That's it. For those of you who are curious, this one was printed in Lexington, Kentucky. And here is what the back looks like. Very cute. I really like them all, but really like this one. I like the close-up of her with the big glasses. I also like the one with the kitty cape. I like this one. I don't know which one I'm going to color in here first. To who sent this, thank you. It has been a bright spot in an otherwise very stressful week, and I just thank you. Like, no words to express how grateful I am that you were willing to do that. So thank you. So there we have some happy mail. I also finally received my Coloring Heaven book. I do subscribe to Coloring Heaven. I will probably change this next year. I'm not sure. They do put out issues each year that I do like. The problem is the monthly issues, I probably don't like as many of those as I thought I would. But the problem is because this is, I think, a British based company, it's more expensive to order these, and the specials they put out that aren't part of their monthly issue, there's a lot of those I like, because of course they do a cat special and stuff. Really, if I order 2 or 3 of their special books, I might as well have just subscribed, right? So the only problem is then I get a lot of books that I'm not going to use, which I'm sure all of you are like, oh darn, maybe you could use those for giveaways. Which is maybe what I do. It may be what I do. This book, however, is awesome. Again, for the U.S. customers, I think they're a little slower in getting the monthly subscription issues, so that's one of the reasons. I'm sure you've already seen this out there. I actually saw a really gorgeous coloring of this picture right here that you'll see just yesterday, I think. So, so yeah, this is monthly issues. It's their Halloween special. Where is my book I was using? I put it back, didn't I? I did. These are a good size. They're actually a little taller than, say, a Jade Summer book, and they're about the same width. So the paper quality is pretty good in these. I've colored in a couple, and I like the paper quality in them. So you open it up, and it shows all of the different artists. They had a number of different ones this month. Camille Feister, Nikki Burnett, Vanessa Yotomoto, Zoe Sadler, Vera Ma, aka Shortbread, and Carissa Rose. So you get a really cool variety of art in this, which I always enjoy when they have multiple artists, because like I said, you may not be particularly drawn to one type of artist, but you may be drawn to the other types of art that are in here. So these are single-sided. They do, on the back side of the page, usually show the number across from it, but of course on the first page they didn't have room for that. So, and then they show who the artist is. So in this case it's Camille. It's one-sided, non-perforated paper, as far as I can tell. That's so cute, and the little bunny rabbit. So now we move to Nikki Burnett. As you can see, that was a pretty, that was a jump between artist styles. You know, again, maybe that's one of the reasons I love October so much, because you see so many cats with so many witches, and we all know how much I love my cats. So the paper in this issue was a bit weird. As you can see, it's really curly paper. It's curling in weird directions, so I have to fiddle with it a bit more to actually get it to flip through. I really like this one. Heck, I like all of these. You got cats and cats. Like I said, it's this issue, the paper is folding weird. I have to really mess with it to get it to flip. Now we move to Vanessa. Makes you think of like a more anime style type of drawing. That looks a little terrifying. Not gonna lie. I have a Sidonia over here next to me, where I've been rearranging. I put a blanket Oh, okay. That's a cute little touch with the little dragon actually providing the fire there. Boy, this pretty much describes my life. Trying to keep calm with cats fighting all around me. Seems like an average day in my house. Or, yeah, it was still Vanessa's. Anyway, I set up a blanket where I've been rearranging stuff. I set up a blanket like right over here in front of the printer. And that is Sidonia's official I am your assistant spot. So now we move to Zoe Sadler. So these little shelf series she has, that's coming up. I love these. Like, this is probably going to be the one I want to do in this book. But see, she's got more than one, which is really cool. I was trying to look and see. Yeah, so it's a continuation of this side, and then it's kind of like it picks up there. So it would have been really cool if it had been a 2-page spread. I understand, you know, with the magazine format that they're not going to do that, but that would have been really cool just to set that up as a 2-page spread. And you get more of that type of setup. All kinds of things, like you have dead seawater, bone dust, ogre dandruff, grow more, pixie dust, beetle juice, all kinds of fun stuff. And then from that point, let me make sure, yeah, we switch to shortbread, aka lemon shortbread. I love those older classic type of curls there in her hair. Some really cute pictures in this book. I mean, this one, of course, is just absolutely adorable. I like this one a lot too. Actually, I feel like this one, I mean, of course, it'd be perfect for Halloween because I would be willing to color these spiders. That tells you how much I like this image. But you could really kind of color this any time of the year. So here's Carissa Rose, who has just some stunning grayscale images in this book. And I saw one yesterday, and I mean, it really did look like her face was just going to pop right off the page. I mean, they did an amazing job. But I mean, the grayscale itself is a big contributor to that. These pictures are just stunning. Probably some of the best grayscale pictures I've seen. And then you get like a little special deal usually on the back. This one you get some Faber-Castell gold paper colored pencils if you subscribe. And then you've got this on the back. Alright, so was browsing around on Book Outlet a little. We all know I'm on the Deborah Muller kick lately. It looks like this one was originally at Walmart for $11.18, but at Book Outlet I got it for far less than that. I'm trying to think, maybe $3 or $4, maybe. Crap, I can't remember. Might have been something important I could have wrote down. Anyway, this is a Deborah Muller book, but it is also one of hers that's published under Zendoodle Coloring, which does a kind of like Creative Haven. They publish a number of books under different authors. They have a set up usually for their book size, their paper quality, and so on. So, where to put it? Man, I am not doing well with just throwing stuff in random places today. I'm doing a really bad job of that. Yeah, who knows where that one went. Anyway, to look at Zendoodle from, you know, Jade Summer average coloring size book, it is a shorter book, about the same width. So the Zendoodle books are slightly shorter than your average size coloring book. This is Chubby Cherubs. These are tear out perforated pages. It says ready to frame. Here's what the back cover looks like. I'm not going to sit there and read through all that. Alright, so let's open it up. Move the light back over. There we go. Here's your title page. Gives you some other books in the series, in the Zendoodle coloring series, that you could go look at. Book Outlet is usually really good at having at least a couple different types of Zendoodle books, and they do kind of swap in and out. Probably ones that don't sell, say at Walmart or whatever, get kind of swapped in when they have an extra amount to sell. So if you like Zendoodle books and you're not super particular on them, but you just like how they are overall and you want to see a good variety of them, Book Outlet might be a good resource for you. It's a copyright page, and then we start with the pictures. Now, these are single-sided pages, and they are perforated. Smoother paper. Dark line art. I love her art in this one. I love her art style. I don't know what possessed me to get the Cherubs one. I'm normally not a Cherubs person. So I don't know yet what I'm doing with this one. But we're going to share it because other people might be interested in it. Lord knows, anytime, and I've had this for a while. It's been, for some of these books, it's been a few months just because we've had other flip-throughs come up ahead of it, so. There are quite a few pages in this book. I'll have to look. I can't remember if it even said how many images there were, but you get quite a few. It is a nicely thicker coloring book. I missed page. There it is. Aha! Almost messed up. Are y'all ready for the weekend? Because I am ready for the weekend. My husband gets Monday off too because it's bank holiday. Of course, we got cats. Cat angels. I like the little different animals. I love how she draws like the little dogs and cats and birds. I like that one a lot. Anyway, my husband gets Monday off, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. No huge plans for the weekend. Actually, the way the past few weekends have went, we probably could just use a quiet weekend. I need to organize my office art room a little better. I still have plenty of stuff that needs a home, and I just don't know where I'm putting it yet. More than anything, I could use some sleep. I was actually sleeping a little better up until the last few days, and then I've been One night, I didn't wake up much during the night. No, 2 nights. I actually was able to go back to sleep pretty easily when I woke up during the night, but I just woke up at crazy hours of the morning and couldn't go back to sleep. And that's not helpful either. I did that one morning because I had to, and the next morning I did it and I didn't have to, and that was not cool. Last night I had to resort to the couch for the first time in at least a week because within an hour going to sleep I was already waking up and I knew it was going to be a rough night. So I had somebody tell me yesterday I sounded tired, which I don't take like they just meant it sounded like I really could use some rest, and you know what, they are absolutely correct. I could use some rest. I have been coloring some this week. You guys saw I started a coloring chat on Wednesday. I'm also, speaking of Deborah Muller, I'm also working on a page in one of Deborah Muller's books. Doing that on my own, just going with what I feel like doing. That one. All the ones with cats, I'm like, oh, those are so cute. And y'all are like, I'm not surprised. This might wind up being a giveaway book. It is adorable. It really is. I like her little Chubby drawing series. I think all how she draws is great across the board, but I think these are super cute. Fluffy cherubs. I'm really amazed at the amount of books she has. Like, I thought Jade Summer was just plugging out, you know, really churning out some books. But man, Deborah Muller, she got a little something for everybody. And I don't love, like I said, I don't just absolutely adore all her books. There are certain books that I'm just kind of like, nah, it's not really my thing. That's how I was when I first started finding out about her. I liked a few of her Zendoodle books. She's got some color by number ones. I like those. I like the Magical Mermaid Kitties ones and the Merkitties in Love, but I didn't really have any of her actual non-Zendoodle books, and then I just started picking them up. Now there's 60 images in this book. That is a really good deal. In fact, because of that, let me go ahead, because now I want to know, and y'all are going to be like, what's she doing? If I see a good deal on a book while I'm doing like my flip throughs and stuff, okay, I will put it in the description. So I want to tell you guys how much I paid for this one. It was $2. It is $2.29 on Book Alley, and you get 60 images. 60 images for that. Now, granted, under a certain price, of course, you have to pay shipping, but still, I can't remember how much your shipping is, but it's really not bad. So, really good deal on this one. Definitely recommend it if you are a Deborah Muller fan, a Zendoodle fan, or a Cherub fan. Here is another Zendoodle book. This one is by Nikolett Corley. I have a few of her books. It's weird. This one feels different. It's more of a matte finish with a little bit of, it's not gold foil, but it's kind of a gold foil on the cover. So the Chubby Cherubs was more of a glossy type of color. So you probably won't get much glare off this. Yeah, no, it's not bad. So this one looks like it also came from Walmart. And on this one, let's see. This was also from Book Outlet. It is $5.49, so it is a little bit higher. So keep that in mind. Gardens in Bloom, Gorgeous Flowers to Color and Display. There are 60 images in this as well. Still a good deal, in my opinion. Here we go. Now, the cover on it was a little dinged up. You can see it's a little bent, but for me, just as long as the pages themselves aren't damaged, I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. I'm not super picky. Again, as part of the Zendoodle series, these are perforated. Looks like you get 2 title pages. Huh. The perforated, one-sided. Again, your Zendoodle books are a little bit shorter than an average size coloring book. And here we go. So in this one, you get, if you like, let me grab a sip of coffee real quick. If you like flowers and butterflies and plants, sorry about that. This is a good choice. You get a little more of an abstract-y feel from this. Again, if that is your particular jam, then this would be a good choice. I like the Zendoodle paper. I don't think I've used enough mediums on it yet to be able to say with confidence what it can and can't handle, but I know I've definitely used marker on it, and it is a smoother paper. It takes markers really well. I take that back. I used ink tints on one, and it did beautifully. Didn't have any streaks or anything. It was super smooth when I put water to it. So I would probably put this pretty close to like medium quality paper, if you were wondering. Now in terms of pencils, I haven't tried a lot of pencil in these books. So again, probably down the road, what I'll do is just probably having some specific videos focused on certain brands of books that publish numerous books like this, or like, you know, having a Jade Summer video. How do mediums work in the Jade Summer books, and then just show you a page with a variety of mediums or something, so you guys can kind of see for yourselves. Thing is, I can't test as you can see, the line art kind of varies in this. You get some that are a little bit lighter, and then you get some that are darker. So now, of course, I don't have every brand and every medium out there to try, but I feel like I can cover, you know, what alcohol markers do, what do certain brands colored pencils, what do soft colored pencils do, what about harder colored pencils, what about water-based markers. Like, I mean, if we're just hitting the vague categories, I feel like I can hit all those. So like I said, now the Zendoodle books definitely come with, you get a really nice variety of images. And like I said, I can see the $11 like Walmart price tag because the amount of images you get. I can see it. But like I said, Book Outlet constantly rotates out different types of Zendoodle books. Actually, some of the color by number ones I've gotten from them were from Book Outlet. And you can really usually find them at a good price there. So again, if you like the Zendoodle style of books, I think Book Outlet's a good place to keep an eye out if you're looking for new books to try. Now this one's got a Zendoodle. I call it Zendoodle, but I guess it's officially called Zentangling. But you got a little bit of some doodling and whatnot with the bird. I liked this one. Parakeet, I guess. Maybe it's parakeet. For like a minute when I was a kid, we had parakeets. Sorry, some of this is a little harder to see. There. You can see it better without so much light. Sorry about that. Like I said, some of the line art is lighter in this. And it might be because the printing wasn't consistent in this. Maybe that wasn't what the intention was. That might be why this one was marked down. So, if that kind of stuff doesn't faze you, then, my friend, you will get a good deal. Again, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this one. I'd seen some pictures. One of the downsides to Book Outlet is that I can't preview any pages in these books. What I do is I'll cross-check them in Amazon, and usually in Amazon, usually there'll be a couple pages, even if they're just in the reviews, they're there, usually. I try not to buy books completely blindsided, unless I've seen, and then again, you can always go to YouTube and usually find somebody that's done a flip through, so. I do love her artwork. I think I've got one of her like coloring journals. I might have another one of her books. I'm not sure, but I do like her art style. I just personally don't really do, I gotta be in a mood for super abstract wallpaper kinds of pictures like this. And if I'm gonna do that, like, I might reach more towards a C.L. Aldrich book, because there's something about hers in particular that I really dig too. But see, there are pictures in here that I do like and I want to color, so I'm kind of conflicted on this one. I do love birds. I don't color enough birds, and I need to change that. Because every time I see pictures with birds in them, I'm just drawn to them. I think there's a birds color by number I need to add to my list for when Dover has a sale. I'm actually surprised I do not own that one. Like I said, a lot of pictures. And the cover was a little bent. And like I said, some of the line art's softer than the others. Again, I don't know if that was on purpose or if that was a printing error. But other than that, these pictures, there's not a thing wrong with them. I mean, no damage to the book itself. No weird stains or anything like that. Some people haven't had as much luck with scratch and dent or with the discounted books from Book Outlet, but I rarely run into an issue myself. So there is that one. Yeah, this one's going to run a little long today because I have some pretty significantly sized books today. Now this one was a neat little find from Ollie's. For those of you that are not familiar with Ollie's, it is like a discount store, kind of like Book Outlet online is kind of like an outlet store for books that may have been overstocked or didn't sell, and they're looking to find another place to sell those at a discounted price. That's kind of what Ollie's is for, but in an actual brick and mortar format. They have a surprisingly large selection of coloring books. And again, like Book Outlet, it's one of those things where you go in there, and unless you happen to have similar books to somebody else's location, like usually you go in there and you don't know what you're going to find. I found a whole host of Creative Haven books last summer, but since then I haven't seen any. So, yeah, it's just one of those, what am I going to find today? And sometimes you find I have found some amazingly unique books there that I would have never found otherwise. And I feel like this is one of them. This is called Beautiful Vintage, Creative Coloring for Grown-Ups. It's a glossy cover with a little bit of foil in it. Where do I keep putting these? Whoop, knocked over something. A little bit thinner than a Jade Summer book. Not as wide, but same height. So, I don't know what I dropped. Oh, there it is. Hey, there's my other book. Okay. So, I got this at Ollie's for $1.49. Or $1.50, basically. And the actual regular price on the book looks to be $13. I probably should have looked around online to make sure that this one was available. It'd be awful to show y'all a book and then just be like, I can't find it anywhere. So let me at least look at Amazon. As you can tell, I've done a fantastic job of preparing for this video. Just an amazing job. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I'm going to show you this anyway because some of you may have an Ollie's and might be able to find this. You see if I can get it to pop up anywhere. Thrift Books has it. It looks like it is out there. It is out there. Oh, wait. There it is. I found it the other way. Yes, it's on Amazon. It's actually on Amazon for $10, looks like. So there you go. I feel a little better now. I was like, I don't want to show you a coloring book that you can't find. So anyway, now that I've wasted y'all's time doing that, you open the cover here. It says Barron's, I guess, publishing down here. It looks like there might have been a little touch of water damage just to that page, but nothing significant. Looks like they are perforated pages. Here is the copyright info, and here is the actual book. Now, let me see something. Yeah, we'll just... It's so hard to tell. Like, does light wash it out, or does it really matter? Yeah, it kind of washes it out. Okay, we'll just do this one like this then. Certain books, just the type of paper, it seems to wash out the color a little more. So here is the start of the art. It says the illustrations are by Richard Merritt. Cover design by John Bigwood. I wonder if that is... related to the John Bigwood that does A Million Christmas Cats. That seems, that's interesting. But these, it says copyright Michael O'Mara Books. Alright. So, single-sided. The paper feels kind of a little rough. A little rough. Now, as you can tell, these pictures are gorgeous, and what I love about these pictures is that you already get some colored background into play, and certain items colored in as well. Of course, beautiful vintage. It's going to have a bit of a vintage feel, but you get a wide variety of pictures to choose from. It's pretty much just a mishmash of, like, this has got kind of like a stained glass look behind the flowers. You get this one with jewelry. There's no real theme to this book. There's just all kinds of different types of pictures, and just what really sets it off to me are these gorgeous vintage type colors in the background. You even get a little bit of abstract thrown in here. You get some images that aren't quite as complex. Backgrounds can be a pretty big nuisance for me, and I don't even mind these where it's just the frame itself that's colored. But to have some of these pictures where the background's already filled in, like, I can see some warm grays on this elephant, and just against that pink color would just be gorgeous. But I love the soft colors that are set in the background. And I just felt weirdly dizzy for a minute. Like I said, you get a really wide variety of images. This one just looks like, the more I look at it, the more amazing it looks. And the more I'm like, I want to color this one. I want to color this one. So much. That soft green in the background against like the oranges you would use with the tiger, and then the colors you'd use for the, is it toucans, I guess? You got some steampunky kind of pictures. You got some older vintage type jewelry and clothing. You got some abstract images. You got some with a little more line art to them. A little more shading already done for you. This is just a wacky, it's not a wacky book, but I mean, it's a different book. I haven't really seen this, I haven't seen this anywhere, which is one of the reasons I love Ollie's. Every now and then I come across just a gem of a book. And I feel like this is one of them. Because like I said, you do have some really good complex pictures to work on. But you also have ones you could just throw some gel pens on. That one's just really cool. The type of frame. You even got a frame design along with the color there. Oh look, you got sugar skulls. We got a picture we could use for Halloween if we wanted to. Cheap, why are you behind my chair? I don't want to run over you. Is that a mask, I guess, maybe? Who knows? I mean, it says the drawings are by one person, but and looking at these, like, I wouldn't surprise me if there were multiple artists, because to me, there seems to be multiple types of art in this, but regardless, like I said, it's cool, it's different. I don't know how many images are in here, but there are quite a bit, as you can see. This is a really good sized book. If you're not a fan of backgrounds or putting your own color into frames, this might be a interesting book to look into. I like just how fancy that horse is. Like, he is just, well, she's looking pretty fancy too, so they know their hot stuff. Ooh, I like that owl. That is an intense look from that owl. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have a lot of commentary like I usually would today. Like I said, a bit tired. Don't quite have the sassiness in me today. And there is the back. I was trying to see if it says somewhere where how many images were in this, but I don't think it says anywhere. Nope, does not say, but as you could tell when I went through it, where is that Jade Summer book? Or a Jade Summer book? Looking in comparison, a Jade Summer book is typically 50 images. And then you look at this one, which is the book I just showed you, and you can tell it's definitely got more than that. So, good sized book, definitely a good price at Ollie's. So, I always like finding wacky books for you. Finally, here is another book outlet find. I am a huge Lulu Mayo fan. I don't know why I hadn't gotten the Million Dogs one yet, but occasionally her books will pop up on Book Outlet. The different ones. I think right now there are some out there. So, Let me look here. Yep. A Million Cats, A Million Dogs, and A Million Owls are on there. And each of them are $3.89. So, pretty good deal for her books, because they usually are higher on Amazon. So, I did get A Million Dogs. I think this completes out my collection. Yeah, because I got the Million Unicorns one. So I think I've got all her books now, except for the How to Draw one. I don't have that one. These are smaller than an average size coloring book. Keep that in mind. They are small books. Like, you can see in comparison, they're definitely not as tall or as wide as a average size coloring book. So they are smaller books. They are double-sided, not perforated as far as I know. Here's the title page. Got copyright and information here. And then we get started. You get some 2-page spreads, and then some of them are just single pages. So. If you like using alcohol markers or a lot of water when you use like watercolors and stuff, just keep in mind, since these are double-sided pages, you may have some bleed through. I like that one. This one feels a little different than some of her other books. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but, or what exactly it is that feels different, but I wonder when this one was published in regards to the other ones. Like, was this her first book? Though you can see, like, in her other books, she does mix in some other animals that you tend to see in her other books. Like here, you've got some owls. Here you got a couple pups and some pups and mushrooms and flowers, which looks a little scary. You got your dog chasing your cat, chasing your turtles. Why not? Here's a nice mandala. There we go. Nice side-by-side pic. I like the variety of dogs that she's drawn. Well, they look pretty happy to be in that circus, so... Those rabbits look a little terrified, though. They're like, we didn't know this was a dog circus. How did we wind up here, and how do we get out of here without getting their attention? Now, what are my plans for the weekend in terms of videos? I'm going to try to get another video up. It probably won't be a live stream. It'll probably be a continuation of my coloring chat. but we will see. If I get up tomorrow just feeling fantastic, then I might do a live stream with something, either the same picture or something different. I don't know yet. But I'm going to try to at least get one of those up this weekend. If not this weekend, then Monday for sure. So, at the very least, I can try to stick to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Is he twirling his mustache like the little evil villains that twirl their mustaches? That's what makes me think of that. And there you go. Alrighty, so yeah, we went through a whole variety of books today, which is generally how I like doing these. Sometimes I think themes are more efficient, but sometimes I just like doing a weird variety so that you guys can, maybe there's something for everyone. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.